is Annette Manius with Oasis Solutions. We appreciate you coming to our webinar this morning, NetSuite for Legacy Systems. We are presenting today will be myself, President and Founder of Oasis, as well as Michael Drury, a partner at Oasis. Just a couple of housekeeping items. If you have questions, please put them in the box to the right, and then we are recording the presentation, so everyone will get a recording of the presentation as well. Everyone is on mute, so please put your questions in the box. So I appreciate it. So what's in store for today? We're first going to discuss who, what, and why Oasis and our partnership approach. We're going to discuss about NetSuite and why Oasis chose NetSuite as our partner in the cloud. And then the most exciting part will be the NetSuite demonstration. And then we'll open it up. We'll talk about the questions that were in the boxes and answer those questions as well. So a little bit about Oasis. At Oasis, we feel our people and processes are more important than the software. So how will we partner together to ensure success? So software is a vehicle, and who helps you and implements that is far more important, we feel. Oasis has been in business for 28 years and founded in 1991. We have been on the Fast 50 for several years in Kentucky. We're also part of the GLI Incredible Inc. Awards and Best Places to Work 3 years in a row. We're also part of Bob Scott's Top 100 VARs in our industry. We have over 700 clients in 35 states. And again, Oasis, we feel our people and our processes are more important than what you buy. So who you buy from in the marketplace is far more important than what you buy. And on our staff, we have CPAs, MBAs, former CFOs, controllers, software developers. And why that's important to our customers is that we've all been in your seat at some point in our career. So we understand business, not only software. So I think that's very important when we're doing implementations for our customers. So our project managers have over 300 plus years of combined experience. So now I want to talk a little bit about NetSuite. They are the first cloud company. I think that to me this is pretty exciting because they started being cloud before cloud was a word, right? So they have 7,000 employees globally, 40,000 plus organizations and subsidiaries globally, and 3,000 plus new companies in the last 12 months. They have offices in 15 countries and a 1 billion plus revenue run rate. NetSuite was founded in 1998. So why I think that's so interesting is because when you think about 1998 and what the internet looked like, and NetSuite was venturing out into that, and they have been cloud only since then. NetSuite was acquired by Oracle in 2016 for $9.3 billion. So people have asked us, how has that affected us as partners of NetSuite, and also how does that affect our customers? And I can honestly say it's been 2 years. It's been a great transition being an Oracle company because they've put more development into the product, made the product richer than it already was. And I think that's the best thing for our customers as well. So they have $1 billion revenue run, and they've grown revenue by 30% year over year in each of the last 14 consecutive quarters. And NetSuite is used by 40,000 plus organizations in 198 countries. So on the left-hand side of my screen, you'll see some companies that use NetSuite. What I want to point out is you look at these companies and they're larger. But the point that I wanted to make is NetSuite is for large companies. Enterprise also is good for a mid-market company, which most of the people on this call I would consider as mid-market. Now, this screen on the left-hand side, you'll see some of the logos that are Oasis customers. So you'll notice that they are in varying different industries, as well as probably different sizes as well. So it's very, very strategic how you can do things with NetSuite, who can buy it. So a couple different things also about cloud software is cloud software turns conventional software delivery on its head. So a few of you will, or most of you will probably recognize some of these points here. So it's your last ERP upgrade ever. So what I mean by that is that it has 2 automatic updates to the system. So everyone is on the most current version of NetSuite. And there's no version log customizations work with the updates, and no direct maintenance cost. Again, it's 24/7 device browser agnostic access, so it's totally in the cloud. You can access it from any device. Scalable, flexible, high availability, built-in security and legislation compliance, and optimized performance. One of the questions that we get often is about the uptime on the product. So this graphic shows you, this is an actual taken from NetSuite's website about performance on NetSuite. So they've had 99.99% average uptime from February 2018 to January 2019. So very minimal downtime, if at all. So at the bottom of the screen, you'll see security functionality there, SSAE 16. It's ISO certified. So that's another question we get a lot too, is the cloud in general, not just NetSuite, is it secure? And I would say absolutely. NetSuite is absolutely secure. They have several data centers that are protected by armed guards, so people can't get in. They have very good equipment that is not going to let cyber attacks happen as well. So we have not seen any of our customers have any security issues or really any downtime. So it's really pretty amazing when you think about cloud software. So NetSuite has solution providers. We are a solution provider, and we make up 42% of NetSuite's revenue come from solution providers. One of the questions that I get asked is, why would I work with a solution provider like Oasis versus I could go straight to NetSuite to buy my product? Well, the reason is, again, I want to go back to one of my first slides, is we know business. We're not implementing people just from a textbook. So we understand business. We've all been CFOs, controllers. We've all been in that seat. So, and we are the last mile functionality. So we can help take you all the way to the finish line because we understand business as well as the software. And we also have full support from NetSuite resources as well. So many of you on the line know Oasis over the years, and we have been a partner with Sage. About 6 or 7 years ago, we looked at the market and said things seem to be shifting to a cloud-based. So we started looking at different products in the market. And NetSuite was one, Intact, which has been bought by Sage, and Acumatica also were products that we looked at. So we did demos just like you guys would do when you're looking at new software. We did demos, we talked to people, we got references, we did the whole thing and determined that NetSuite was really the best option. And the reason is because it has more built-in functionality than any other cloud product. It's been on the market longer than any other cloud product as well, and has more users and really is the most user-friendly. And what I've seen, and this is just a personal comment, what I've seen in the market is other products are trying to catch up to NetSuite. So that's the way we are viewing it. So other cloud-based products seem to be playing catch-up in a market where NetSuite has always been the dominator. So I am going to turn over the presentation to Michael Drury, who will show you NetSuite, and if you have questions, please put them in the question box, and we will make sure and address those questions at the end of the meeting.
I'm a partner here at Oasis. Today, I will provide for you a high-level presentation of NetSuite, a cloud-based ERP. During the next 20 minutes or so, I'll show you how modern technology can help you run your business, allow you to gain insights to meaningful data and KPIs, review workflows and reminders, and I'll show you the mobile app. As a feature-rich business application, NetSuite manages to provide visibility to complete transactional processing. NetSuite is an end-to-end product that is complete with customer relationship management, Salesforce automation, vendor and procurement management, inventory control, project accounting, manufacturing, and e-commerce. I'm currently logged in as the CFO of my company. This morning, I want to reach out to one of my top customers and inquire about a past due invoice. I can quickly access the customer record using the global search. Think of the global search as Google for your NetSuite data. I simply type in a few letters of the company name, and a list is provided showing customers, vendors, contacts, transactions that may include the letters that I had typed in. I can click on the dash. It'll take me to the customer I want to view information for. From here, from the customer dashboard, I see pertinent information of the customer, some KPIs, reports specific to the customer, graphs, and transactions. In this scenario, I want to email my customer regarding a specific invoice being past due. I can search through all of these transactions through this list, but instead, if I have the invoice number, I'm going to type it in here in my global search. There's my invoice. That's an awesome feature of the global search, being able to quickly access transactions such as invoices and vendor bills. From the invoice, I can see that it's just a few days past due. Scroll down a little bit, go to my activities, and just using the standard functionality of NetSuite for the CRM, I will be able to send an email directly from here. Clicking on the email button. The recipient defaults to the email address on file. I can add additional recipients, either contacts or typing in their email address if necessary. Going over to the message, I will ask, please send me, if I can type, your payment. Okay. And then if we have any attachments that we want to add to this, and then we can send this. NetSuite will capture all emails, communication from here. If the customer replies back and says, I'll see you on Friday, maybe, then that email will be sent to your Outlook inbox and will be captured here in NetSuite as well. Refresh here. Let's view this. Should be able to see this email that I had just sent from my iPhone. And I go back to my dashboard on the screen. We'll see a variety of things: reminders, key performance indicators, there's report snapshots, graphs, lists. Each time I log into NetSuite, I want to see what's important to me though. So the top left, my reminder section, I see a list of action items for myself maybe other people in my organization will have as well. An action item for my queue is a task that's due today. As I click on this link, I'm immediately taken to the specific task. This task is for me to follow up with Larry on a future contract that we may have. I can come into the transaction. I can see exactly which customer it is from the related records, their contact, and their telephone number. I'll go ahead and mark this as completed. In addition to this, I can attach files or any other notes from my conversation with Larry. Once I'm complete, I'm going to save, go back to my home. As I return back to my dashboard, I notice that I have several sales orders requiring my approval. A standard feature in NetSuite allows a simple process flow for approvals or transactions by the employee supervisor. In addition to this, a suite flow can be defined to further elaborate the approval criteria. In my role as the CFO, my business process may require that all sales orders over a certain amount must be approved by me prior to shipping inventory to the customer. As I click on that link, I am directed to the listing of all sales orders requiring my approval. From here, I can approve all at once or each one individually. As you can see, these reminders are important action items that help run my business. As transactions are entered, these reminders are updated automatically in real time, whether it's bills that are due, expense reports to approve. These reminders keep me on task. Now let's take a closer look at some of the portlets on my dashboard. The dashboard can be personalized to help employees visualize the health of the business. With built-in business intelligence, I can set up KPIs for sales, receivable balance, inventory value, with comparison to prior year or periods. The dashboard is dynamic and interactive. Many links to underlying reports are available, and you get a trend pop-up graph, in this case looking at profits and being able to see this on a yearly basis or maybe quarterly, or we can quickly look at it by period. It's just depending on what you would like to see on this trend pop-up graph. In addition to this, go back to another one here for the sales. As you move your mouse, you will see the actual value of that data point for these transactions that have occurred. As I scroll down, you can see that there's another portlet here showing a listing of my open AR balances by customer. This interactive portlet allows me to edit data elements such as an email address or phone, create new contacts, or add a new sales order directly from here. In a legacy system, this may take several clicks to navigate just to get to the data entry screen. Go down just a little bit more. You can see that we have a shortcut here, the listing of my recent records I have accessed, whether it's a customer, an invoice, a transaction. The last several records are listed here. Also, these recent records are located on the menu and provide quick access as well. Imagine in the middle of looking at a vendor or an invoice in vendor maintenance and accidentally closing the window. To get back to that vendor, you have to open your vendor maintenance again, enter the vendor code, look up the vendor, and then after a couple more clicks, you may get back right to where you were. In NetSuite, that is something you can quickly access with one click. Ease of use and access to reporting is key to all users. Let's now take a look at some reporting functionality within NetSuite. From the Reports menu, see that we have a lot of standard reports in the application. I'm going to take a quick peek at an income statement. Initially, we see a simplified report showing totals across the entire organization. Most companies want to see or view their reports by location. In a legacy system, you may have to create custom reports to access by location or a saved setting to be able to see that report by location. Here, I can quickly change my column to view by location and refresh my report. In addition, we can see a trend report showing data across the date range selected by accounting period. And refresh. Additional functionality here, where we can filter the data. Maybe we want to look at this by specific locations or all, choose an individual locations for further data analytics. We also have other classifications of departments as well. Let's take this one step further. I want to see what makes up the detail for February 2019. I can actually drill down on that value. This takes me to a detailed report that lists the invoices and transactions that make up our total for the period. Furthermore, I can drill into the actual transactions to see what the customer purchased from us. Transaction was processed earlier in the month. I can actually come down to see what was actually purchased. And you can make another note, send an email to that customer and thanking them for their recent purchase. Our report, whether financial or customer related, give us the ability to drill down to the detail and into the actual transaction quickly. You can export reports to Excel or to a PDF. You can actually email the report or schedule the report to arrive in your inbox on a periodic basis, whether this is done weekly, daily, monthly, or an annual basis. Now, let's get to the fun part. Being cloud-based provides easy access to the application. Whether through any browser, anywhere, anytime, NetSuite provides a mobile app that gives your users and sales team insight to customer orders and transactions. As you can see right now, this is the dashboard from a salesperson perspective. Now I'm showing you in a real time the mobile app, and you can see that the elements of the user's dashboard are also on the app as well. The top section here shows our reminders, which we were looking at just a few minutes ago from a sales perspective, with quotes and orders and opportunities to work with. You can click on the link for the opportunities, see a listing of opportunities, click on one, and we see that we have this opportunity here for Jennings Financial. You can see all of the detail, what items are on the actual order, any of my contacts, looking at the summary of my order, some notes that might be on here. Go back here, more items, and I can actually go in and actually edit this and change the status to maybe it's in negotiation, or turn this into an actual quote. I'm doing this again directly from the mobile app. We also show a listing of some of the KPIs, some really good numbers there. Let's go to the view of the list here. Here's all the KPIs that I have. From here, you look at my quotes, see a pop-up trend graph. Each one of these, the KPIs doing some comparison from whether this year versus last year, or however the user has set this up. Additionally, we see some report snapshots. So if I have a couple of report snapshots on my dashboard, you can see I've got total open quotes and customers by sales. And this will show me another picture here. I wanted to see that in a pie chart. I can quickly change that. I'm going to go back to look at my total open quotes. Just being able to kind of quickly see this. Additionally, you can see our open invoices. I've got this particular saved search showing all of my customers and their open invoices. As I scroll down through the list, it's going to continue going through this list and adding additional customers. Again, real-time data. If customers were to make any payments, this would automatically update as well. I'm going back to my home. We've got the KPI meter. There's some arrows here showing you that can show us that we've got total sales orders and then any new business that we may have. Our KPI scorecard showing customer information. Here, when I change my screen, it comes up. Kind of scroll through this list, looking at all the columns on my phone. And go back to the normal way here. Let's go back. Some other things that we can do, we can look at your actual calendar, see a list of activities that you may have. A couple days, I need to call John. If I need to add any additional tasks, click on the plus, say, okay, let's do another task, and just fill out the information. If this is something that I need to assign to another user, another employee, then I can change their name here. This will add this as a task for that particular employee. You can see a listing of my sales orders that I have outstanding, and I can create a new sales order. To leave in today's date, go ahead and select my customer. Oops. Sorry. And then the next thing I want to do, select the items, click on the plus, and the items, find a particular item that I want to sell. I can do searches and everything as well. We see that we have 240 available. I want to sell them 10. Then we want to save this. Okay. So now my shipping department will be getting the notification to fulfill this particular order, to go out, pick, pack, and ship this from the warehouse and send it on the way to the customer. I want to look at my customer information. I can search for my customer, or go ahead and go into my customer, and from here I'll be able to view their information. Maybe I want to look at some of their transactions. Let's go to view all. You see some of the detail of a particular invoice. Tap on that. And then if I want to see even further information, it'll let me kind of drill into and actually see the invoice information from here. Okay, so let's switch gears here and go to the last part of this presentation. So the last part of this presentation, I'll briefly go through the knowledge base, which is called SuiteAnswers. First of all, NetSuite provides a lot of training videos from new features in the upcoming release to getting started, how to publish dashboards. You can see there's a lot of different topics and a lot of information that you're able to see, a lot of different videos and information and how-to videos for when you need some additional support. In SuiteAnswers, you can type keywords and search for step-by-step instructions. When you do click on a particular help topic, and you will see these step-by-step instructions. And then at the bottom, typically we'll have some related topics as it relates to this one, as far as entering credits, and creating a vendor credit directly from a vendor return. SuiteAnswers is a valuable resource to all users. This is something that even we use this on a regular basis. This does conclude my demonstration. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. I hope that was beneficial to everyone. Thank you for attending. I wanted to address a couple of questions that we had in the chat box. One question is, are there any handouts? And yes, we will be sending everyone on the call the call information, so the recording we'll send out. Another question we had is about the dashboards, and are they easy enough to do in-house without needing my IT staff? And the answer is yes. I know a lot of times people have to get IT involved when there's reports or anything like that. Yes, the answer to that question is yes. And also the last question we had was about can Oasis take information from our current system and bring it into NetSuite? And the answer to that is yes. So there's some things wrapped around that answer, but in general, yes, we can bring information into NetSuite from another system. So again, I don't see any other questions on here, but again, thank you all for attending, and everyone will receive the recording. Have a great day. Thanks.